Good morning, everyone. We are back after a long hiatus. It's been so long. I was talking about this with Kuro earlier. We have been busy, or at least I've been busy with Ains and Champs these past couple of weeks, so we just haven't been able to cast these Latin American weekly tournaments like Sentimiento Latino, like Copa Hyperion. But here we are. We are back. Today is my day off from casting Ains and Champs, which means I can cast other events. The casting, it just never ends. It never ends. And we are back with Copa Hyperion number 23. And spawning in, oh my, spawning in the top left hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Chilean Protoss. He is red, representing Team Unidos por el Vicio. It is Tailon. And spawning in at the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, everyone in the chat should know him. He is the Brazilian Zerg. He is blue, representing Team The Bad. It is TheZergLord. Oh god, I already see just the worst chat, the worst jokes possible in the chat. Oh my god. Ay. But I do miss this, to be honest. Like, whether it was Sentimiento Latino, Copa Hyperion, Battle of the Americas as well, I miss these weekly events. I don't miss waking up in the morning, waking up early in the morning, but again, it's good to be back. It's good to be back, especially because, fun fact, there's no other casters for Copa Hyperion. There's no Spanish stream, there's no Portuguese or Brazilian stream, or other backup English stream. So yeah, it's great to be back. Also, like, for sure he just keeps saying spawning pool. God damn it. Ay. But I did see in the chat we did have a group please redemption, so Kuro will be casting, but not game number 1. Fun fact, Kuro, she's behind the scenes right now. What I mean by that is that typically when a tournament like this starts, I go live and Kuro handles the social media. So she posts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Reddit, all over the place. That's kind of what she does, or what I do when she does the streaming and production. So at the moment she is busy handling social media. Game number 2, she should be, depending on how long this goes, if this is a fast one, but if game number 2, she should be free and she should join me. So she will be here shortly. So stay tuned. Oh boy. So exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the bracket. The bracket today is pretty stacked. We've got some big names. I hope Nantok is in the chat because Paco Mike is here, the best Protoss in Latino America. We also have the best Zerg player. Eric the Duckling is here, as well as Ryu. Of course they are. Eric and Ryu, time and time again, they at least make it to the semis or the finals. Maybe they face off against each other. Jim Jimena Rising is here as well. And of course, players like the ZergLord, Perhark, Tailon, Shelby's here as well. People should recognize Shelby from the duct tape that we do play. Shelby, he's great. He's he's a lot of fun. Oh my god, he's also a great Terran player. Meanwhile, Tailon, he does sneak in here with a couple of adepts. He gets 3 drone kills. Not the worst amount of damage, as he did open up with a Stargate, but the ZergLord is going to scout all of this. And when it comes to these players, I did want to cast these players specifically just because obviously we're going to get into the Ducklings later on. We're going to get into Eric, we're going to get into Ryu. But before that happens, I want to feature some of these other players that, again, haven't been able to cast in a long time. Like, God, it's been months since I casted Tailon. It's been months since I casted Perhark. I was tempted to cast him as well. So we'll see how they do here. The winner of this series will go up against Eric. So I'm kind of looking forward to some like Zerg Brazilian on Brazilian action. Like, we see it every now and then, and the ZergLord, if you've been tuning into the Executor series or the Executor tournament, both Darky and I, we praise the ZergLord just because of how good he's been in these weekly tournaments. He didn't have the best run in Executor. Obviously he had a deep run, but he did get knocked out of the tournament in the end. But now he has a chance to go far here in Copa Hyperion. Oh god. I also want to apologize because I didn't get a chance to on this channel. I apologize that my internet did go down in game number 3 of Eric versus Terran yesterday in Executor, in the playoffs of Executor. I guess spoilers, kind of. Game 3 was the last game. It was a 3-0 in favor of Eric. I did already do the payouts for the predictions and the channel points. But yeah, when game 3 started, my internet didn't just go down. The internet in the entire country went down for a specific service provider. Not just that, cellular data went down as well. So I didn't have any reception on my phone. I didn't have like any 4G or 5G or anything like that. So I was just kind of in the dark for an hour. And by the time everything came back, the tournament had ended. So I do apologize. Obviously, the finals of Executor are going to be in a couple of days. That will be Eric versus Kelazur, the grand final. So they will have that rematch, a best of 7. We will be casting that on this channel, and the internet should be fine. Again, it was just an anomaly. It's not like the internet usually drops here down in Australia, but sometimes it does. Anyway, let's get into this game. As Tailon, he is committing to a bunch of Void Rays, but there are so many Queens here for the ZergLord. These Void Rays aren't going to find any damage whatsoever. They pick up a Creep Tuber, which is great, but he wants more than that, especially because he's committing hard to this. Double Stargate Void Ray, Flux Veins are on the way as well. The Overseer does come in and he does scout the Fleet Beacon, so he's aware of this commitment to Skytoss. What's interesting and what I love is that, it is Skytoss, but it's going to be supported by disruptors. But it also gets scouted. The ZergLord sees everything. Oh my god, he even saves his gas here. Tailon really struggling to find damage with these Void Rays, but he hasn't overcommitted. I believe he has kept all his Void Rays alive. Yep, he's only lost 2 deaths this game, which is quite nice. We do see him going deep into creep though. Oh my god, he's about to be surrounded by queens. That's something you don't see too often. But yeah, the flanking queens come in, almost gets a Void Ray. And again, this queen count is insane. 3 more queens are on the way. We have the march of the queens coming across the map from the ZergLord. Tailon, what does he have to defend? He has a bunch of weakened Void Rays. What he really needs are these disruptors. 1 disruptor is on the way, and that's definitely going to help, but he needs more. He needs to get these shots off. They need to land here on the Ravagers, not the queens. The queens are easy to hit, but the queens, they're also pretty chunky. They're pretty thick. They're pretty thick girls. Thick with double C's, mate. And 1 Void Ray shot, 1 disruptor shot, it's not enough. It's not going to be enough here. So we'll see how good it's going to be. The purification of it does go off, and okay, 3 Ravagers. Pretty decent shot. He has to make sure he keeps that disruptor safe behind the army. Here come the queens and the Ravagers. Oh my god, the Biles land. They connect with the Void Rays. The carriers move commanding into its death. That's gonna get focused down by queens. You don't see that too often. Oh god, there's too much here. Tailon, he was doing what he could with his Skytoss, and Skytoss is great and all, but not when you just sit in Biles like that. The purification overs are good, but they are not good enough. He only has 1 Void Ray left. 0 Void Rays left. I think every single Void Ray went down to Biles, which is crazy. Oh god. And with that, there's nothing left here. There's only 1 disruptor. Our second disruptor comes out, but the Lings are coming out. The Lings will get on top of these disruptors. Again, 1 purification nova is not enough to kill a queen, and Tailon, he's going to be tapping out of game number 1. I mean, he's trying to, his opener was solid, right? He had what he needed to defend. Just a little bit better micro on his Void Rays. Not just that, but also a setup defensively here at the 3rd base. More shield batteries. He only had 2 or 3. May need 5. You need overcharge. You need to start a step backwards and try and be conservative with your Void Rays. And even then, it's very difficult to pull off. It's very difficult to execute the defense, but it is possible. He had the tools that he needed. Even now, he has carriers. But yeah. Here come the Corruptors. F's in the chat, mates, as the ZergLord is going to be pushing forward, and I mean, Tailon, I do think that he played this out fairly well. I know a lot of people in the chat probably don't know Tailon, but I don't think he looked too bad here. And GG does finally get called. The ZergLord takes game number 1. How many pauses will we have today? That's if we cast Shelby. If we cast Shelby, which I hope we do. I hope we are able to catch some Shelby action. And you know what? And speaking of missing it, I of course want to welcome, after a very long break, it's been a long time since I've casted with her. Welcome Group to the stream. Hello Group.
Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Estoy aquí para castear el torneo.
Ajá.
Gracias.
Sí. Sí. Are you doing a Spanish intro? Is that what's happening today? Is that
no.
what's
that was all my Spanish for today. But yeah, as I'm here, because I don't know if in the last 2 minutes you mentioned that, I want to give a quick shout out to Lord Loki. I don't know if you mentioned that on stream yet or not, because I can't hear the last 2 minutes, but he contributed $50 to today's prize pool of the
tournament. Thank you so much, Lord Loken, the players, and we also really appreciate it, especially because it's something that we don't talk about too much, but like the Latin American countries, like an amount like that is actually a lot of money. Like it's legitimately a lot of money. There's a reason why someone like Cham could afford to play full time and live off of his weekly earnings in StarCraft, and that's because of things like this, you know, like the living wage in Mexico and some of these other countries is a little bit lower. So yeah, like being able to earn a decent amount of money in these weekly tournaments does impact these players. So yeah, thank you so much, Lord Loken. Again, a massive pillar of the CranKy Ducklings community.
Yeah, Papa Lucky always comes and saves the esports scene, as they say.
Exactly.
Papa. Mio is missing you, by the way.
Exactly. Feels bad, man. Mio does miss you, Papa Loken. Like, unfortunately, we did have to move GPO to a weekday instead of a weekend, and because we did that, yeah, we haven't seen Lord Loken in those events as frequently as we used to, and Mio misses you. He misses you. So letting you know.
So quick shout out to Quirky for the raid. Also Quirky, you should probably look at Twitter. That's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers, but look at some recent tweets. That's all I'm saying.
What?
I'm not gonna say anything more because it would be spoilers.
Okay.
Oh. Look at Twitter. It's StarCraft Twitter. Like StarCraft in general.
Oh, okay. I get you.
You get it? Yeah.
I get you. Oh my god. But yeah, it's been a long time since we've casted. Why is that, Group? Why is that? Why haven't you been casting?
Look. I've been busy or tired, and I just look. It's complicated. Also, it's always like, you know, it gets more complicated when you like don't live alone and stuff. Like you have to like account that in as well.
Yeah.
Different things are happening at different times of the year.
It's one of those things where Kuro, I mean, thankfully, like, because of time zones, like, she's usually here at the start of the broadcast, but not for much longer. You know, she does live in Europe, and pretty soon she should be going to bed as well. But when it comes to Battle of the Americas, what is sleep? When it comes to Battle of the Americas and these Latin American tournaments, I feel like maybe for the first series, maybe the second series, you're usually free. But after that, yeah, it's harder to get group on.
And even if I'm not asleep, like as the tournament continues, like my brain is just a vegetable. It turns into a plant. It's not good for casting.
It's not always like that. It's not. And we have our lobby. We're going in. We have our lobby. Let's go.
Perfect. I'm glad this is the moment we change the topic. Oh, this is so funny. I did not expect that. Remember what you told me before the tournament last night for you? What was the first thing you told me?
Before the tournament last night? No.
It was Kuro, change logos mod.
Oh no, yeah, that's fine. I was actually about to bring that up because I was setting up the flags, and I'm like, I wonder how this will look on Kuro's end.
It looks blank because the MSO logos mod doesn't have flags. So I just like suddenly started noticing, wait, why are those squares black?
Mm-hmm. Okay. God damn it, Kuro. And spawning in at the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn LE. We are here in game number 2 of our first series of today's tournament. Oh my god, and it's going to be a fast one. Going for the 12 pool, we have the Brazilian Zerg player. He is the ZergLord.
And in the bottom right corner of the map, Blackburn LE, we have Peruvian question mark? Chilean? Where are they from? I actually don't know.
Chilean.
Chilean Protoss player representing Unidos por el Vicio. We have Tailon. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, everyone hashtag blame Croup here because it is a 12 pool opening. 6 links are coming across the map for the ZergLord. This isn't necessarily going to kill Tailon. It shouldn't kill him. I believe he's a good enough player to respond to this. But he needs to scout. Like, he knows that it's not a hatch first, sure, but he hasn't gone in to check. But now he knows. Now he sees the links coming his way.
Yeah, the links catch up to the probe actually passes them by. Nice. And I hope that it's enough time for Tailon to plug that wall. Yeah, he's trying to now.
No, he's leaving.
Buildings.
He didn't know. He didn't see. I don't think he was looking at the probe. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, because probe just like passed by the Zerglings. Oh no.
And even though he passed by the links a couple of times, that. And that is it. GG. Congratulations to ZergLord. Tailon did not see the links. Because of that, he wasn't ready with the wall. And thank you for the cast, Kuro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You're welcome, for sure. I hope those points are well spent. Bye.
Every
this is
time.
A record. Wait, how long was that?
It was
2
less
minutes,
than
13 seconds.
It was less than 2 minutes. It was. I was looking at the thing.
You're welcome.
Oh god.
Please post thanks Kuro in the chat.
He GG'd at like 1 minute 58.
Nice. So with that, I'm gonna leave you to cast the rest of the tournament. Bye.
Aye. Well. Congratulations to ZergLord. He does move on in this tournament. As you can see on the screen right now, he moves on to face Eric. God damn it.